that. Let's take everybody at home the process of ordering the flowers, how long it takes, what you actually do from day one to when you show up at an event.
Yes. So, usually it starts with our meeting. We sit down, we have a consultation, you give me all of your numbers, how big your bridal party is, centerpieces, and all that. And then I figure out what I'm going to need to order. So I need to know number-wise how many peonies I'm going to need for 6 bouquets. So that takes some time. I have to write it all out and do some math. And then we order the flowers probably Monday for a Friday, Saturday wedding. They come in, we have to unpack them. They're all boxed up, individually wrapped. So we have to cut the stems and put them in fresh water, give them some nutrients.
This is all Monday.
Yeah, I'd say Monday, Tuesday, yeah.
Okay. Cool, keep taking. So you got them all out boxes.
Yeah, we got them all out. This shop is filled with, 1,000 flowers.
Must smell good though.
Yeah, it smells great.
Yeah.
And then, we put them in the refrigerator probably for a day. And then we usually start working on the flowers like 2 days before the event. And that takes a lot of time.
I bet.
Yeah, we have to make all the centerpieces, all the bouquets. And then the day of, I usually come in really, really early and I do the boutonnieres and corsages.
And you want everything to be as fresh as possible,
yes,
right?
Yes. So, it's hard for me to order something and promise that it's going to look beautiful.
Right.
Sometimes flowers come in that I really had my heart set on using, or my bride had her heart set on using, and they're brown or they're like totally dead. So that's a challenge too.
Now what happens when they come in, they're dead, you have to use those flowers in 3 days?
Yeah, so
what do we do?
I panic and
no,
I figure it
never
out.
panic.
No.
You don't panic.
No, I call.
Get creative.
Yes. If it's something I need to let my bride know about,
right.
I will, but most of the time that never happens. But
well, that's good.
It's just, a thought that every bride should keep in mind. Like, I can't promise you the world knowing that
you're not out there picking them yourself from wherever they're coming from.
That's totally out of my control.
But even you still are able to create and use, obviously, what you get to make it look amazing.
Yeah.
No matter what the circumstances.
Yeah, we always figure it out.
You always figure it out. So, you have winter weddings and you have summer weddings.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to summer, because summer down the Jersey Shores is pretty popular.
Yeah, a lot of beach weddings.
Tons of beach weddings. What is a great flower or plant to use in the summertime?
I think sunflowers are probably the best. They're hardy. They can take on any heat.
They won't get brown.
They won't get brown. They won't wilt. The worst flower for a bride to have in her bouquet would be a hydrangea.
You guys hear that? Tell them. A hydrangea.
They're one of my favorite flowers. I use them in almost every arrangement that goes out this door. But to use it in a bouquet, it needs water. So the second the bride takes it out of the water and gets on with her day and she's walking down the aisle or the photographer's there, that flower starts to wilt. So
well, maybe you could have, your assistants just carry a little water bottle as she's walking.
I would do that.
Or spray
I would do that. If my bride really wanted hydrangea in her bouquet, I would make sure that it stayed alive.
So she's gonna do what it takes to make your flowers look good.
Yeah.
Great. Now, how about wintertime? What's a flower that shouldn't be used, or that's durable, not durable?
Winters, I think, is A-okay. Everything's good. I would say if it freezes, if temperatures are below freezing, then it gets a little funny. We have to be careful that we don't leave something in the car for too long, or even if I, have some flowers that were left outside, we have to make sure that everything is at the right temperature. That's very important.
So temperature is a big thing when it comes to
especially in the summer as well. I can't set up a wedding and just leave the van filled with flowers and, go run for a coffee and it's 100 degrees out. We have to make sure that you
have coffee with you.
Yes, I have to have the coffee first. So you have to make sure that flower temperature is always good. Not too cold, not too hot.
Gotcha. So I hope this clears up a little bit, because, like we talked about earlier, budget. Everybody's trying to stay within a budget.
Yes.
A lot of people go over their budget.
Which I get.
Yeah, which makes sense. So the main point is you could really work within anybody's budget.
Yes.
I mean, you're going to explain to them, this is what you get for that, and this is what you would do.
And it's important to know how much goes into your wedding flowers.
Of course.
Like, I'm charging you a certain price for one bouquet and a certain price for your table centerpiece, but just remember all of our hard work that's gone into that. And you know that's what creates a budget.
Right. It's
you
not
know?
like you said, you're going picking out the flowers from the refrigerator.
Yeah.
You're Monday, you're giving them haircuts, you're putting them in water.
And
you're
I'm
taking-
putting like my entire heart and soul into your wedding. Like I can promise you that.
Which I think is big, because your creativity is basically what is putting it all together. You're taking the ideas, and we're actually going to see how to make a boutonniere, which is, I think, really fun. And one of the biggest issues, and it's kind of funny, is how to pin a boutonniere. So we're going to get back to that, and Melinda's going to pin one on me, and we're going to make some. Come on back.